Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Simply Mama Cooks. I'm Angelica. So I lost the clip to my mic here, so I'm going to hold it. So today I'm going to show you 3 easy recipes for macaroni salad. This is perfect for your next barbecue or party. Here we go. Today I'm making a cold macaroni ham salad. It's going to be good. So to start, I'm going to cook the elbow macaroni. I have a pot of boiling water. I'm going to add 1 or 2 tablespoons of salt and 1 pound of elbow macaroni going in. I'm going to bring this back up to a boil and cook for 8 to 10 minutes. Once it's done, I'm going to drain the water and place the cooked elbow macaroni into a large bowl to cool. You'll want this to at least come to room temperature before you start mixing your cold macaroni salad. So in the meantime, I've prepped all of my ingredients. Here I have 8 ounces of ham that I just cut and chopped, and this is the type that I'm using. It's just lunch meat. It's cooked smoked ham. Use what you've got. I'm also going to be using pickled carrots. This is the type that comes in the can. I also reserved 2 tablespoons of the pickling juice from this can, and all I did was just thinly slice the carrot. You could also use fresh shredded carrot. That works as well. Here I also have chopped celery. I used 1 large celery stick. Here I have half of a red bell pepper that I chopped as well. This is optional, but I like to use it. I also chopped 4 scallions, the whites and the greens, 8 ounces of Colby Jack cheese. You could actually use the cheese of your choice, and I just shredded it. You could also cube this. Now I'm going to prepare the dressing. Here I already have 1 cup of mayonnaise. If you think that's too much, then maybe try a half and work your way up if you need more. I'm also going to add 4 ounces of Mexican crema. This is not sour, this is more of a table cream. I'm also going to be adding a 1/4 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. I'm also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, salt to taste, maybe start with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to add that pickling juice from the carrots. 2 tablespoons are going to go in eventually. I'm just going to mix and combine well. Now that everything is prepped, my macaroni is completely cooled, I'm going to start mixing and combining everything. I'm going to add all of my chopped ingredients. Add the dressing and give everything a mix. And after it's mixed, I like to refrigerate for at least 1 hour. And if you are going to make this the night before, I like to just cook the elbow macaroni, mix it with the fresh ingredients, and make the dressing and set it aside and just mix until I'm ready to serve it. I'm going to be making an easy tuna macaroni salad. I basically raided my pantry and my fridge, and this is what I'm making for lunch today. Okay, so here I raided my pantry and my fridge. I got a lot of fresh ingredients, but basically with a can of tuna and some elbow macaroni, you can have tuna macaroni salad. So here I have an 8.82 ounce can of tuna. Maybe if you had 2 small cans of tuna, this is sort of a different, this is different than what you may find in your grocery store. And I also have some elbow macaroni. I'm going to use 8 ounces today, but if you want to go for a full pound of macaroni, then just, double up the size. Or if you're using small cans of tuna, 4 small cans of tuna, works with that amount. I'm also going to be adding some fresh green onion, a small carrot, 1 red bell pepper. I may use half of this or the whole thing. And also the zest and juice of this lemon. I have some mayo, and I'm also going to be adding some more seasonings and spices. But first, I'm going to start boiling my macaroni noodles. Okay, so for my elbow macaroni, I have a pot of boiling water. I'm going to add a hefty handful of salt. Give that a mix. There we go. Now, right into my boiling water. You want to make sure you fully cook your elbow macaroni. You want to cook it through because once it's done, it's not going to cook any further. It's going to be in a cold salad. So you know how when you do pasta and it kind of cooks in the sauce a little bit more? that's not the case with this. So you want to make sure you cook it to your desired doneness. Okay, so my elbow macaroni is cooked. I've drained the pasta water, and now I'm just going to spread it out on this baking sheet and let it cool. Okay, so I am going to start preparing, I guess, the dressing to this macaroni salad. So first things first, I'm going to start adding my fresh ingredients. Here's the carrot. I just julienned the carrot. You could grate the carrot, chop it, however you like it. My green onion. Actually, is it green or spring onion? Or is it scallions? They were kind of large to be scallions. But anyways, if you have scallions, use those. Here's half of my red bell pepper. I went ahead and just diced half of it. I'm also going to add my tuna. I broke it down to be so it's easier to mix. So now can give that a mix. Now I'm going to start with half a cup of mayo. Honestly, you guys, when it comes to the mayonnaise, you are just going to have to eyeball it and find what you like best. Some people like things a lot creamier. I'm going to squeeze in my lemon juice. I'm going to go in with some salt and pepper. I'm also going to add some smoked paprika. This is optional. There's a lot of seasonings and spices you can use for this. Sometimes I use Cajun or Creole seasoning, and I skip out on the salt and just use that. I'm also going to add some crushed, just a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, not a lot. Yeah, that'll work. And the zest of my small lemon. But my elbow macaroni is cooled, so now I'm going to add it into the mix. By the way, I didn't mention this, but you don't want to rinse your cooked elbow macaroni in cold water when it's done. Don't do that. You want all that starchy, sticky goodness. So I'm going to give this a mix. You guys hear my son? He's starting to say cheese. I have a nonverbal autistic son, and he is starting to speak or, make sounds. So we're happy about that. And if you want, you could squeeze a little more, lemon juice, but you guys, I think this is macaroni salad. I think this is great. Okay, so to serve this, I'm going to plate it on top of some butter lettuce leaves. You can just put it in a bowl with some saltine crackers, which I will also be adding saltine crackers to as well. But I'm going to just put it right on top. And this is actually probably a good portion size for 2 people. My son and my husband are going to eat this for lunch. Today, I'm going to show you how I like to make one of my favorite macaroni salads, Hawaiian style macaroni salad. I used to live in San Diego, and I would frequent a lot of the Hawaiian barbecue places, and they would always serve macaroni salad on the side. And it ended up where I would actually just crave the macaroni salad. I found this Reddit post of someone that used to work at L&L Hawaiian Barbecue, and they listed the ingredients that they would put in the macaroni salad. But this recipe is based off of that Reddit post. So I'm going to show you how I make it. It's so good. Here we go. Okay, so I'm starting with, this is 12 ounces, 340 grams of uncooked elbow macaroni. You could use the large ones. This is, I think, just the regular one. So I have my water ready, and I'm going to start boiling this. Here I have my water boiling. I'm going to add salt. Going in with the pasta, or the elbow macaroni. I'm going to give this a stir, and I want this to cook not al dente like you would a really good pasta dish. I want to cook this tender, so about 8 to 9 minutes once it starts to boil again. Okay, so one of the ingredients that I found in the Reddit post is dehydrated minced onion. I'm going to add like 1.5 tablespoons. These ratios really are to your preference. I want a little bit more. I really like onion, but anyways. So what I'm going to do is rehydrate this with 1/4 cup of the pasta water. Let's get some water. That should be enough. Okay, so I'm gonna add that to, you know what, not, probably like 3 tablespoons of water works. And just let that soak until I need it. I am going to drain the pasta water carefully and take it over to my sink. Whew. Now I'm going to add this to my bowl. Okay, so the elbow macaroni is hot. And I do want this to cool off and come to room temperature. But this is a perfect time to add your dehydrated onions that are rehydrated, because it'll just marry well with the hot elbow macaroni. If you hear noise in the background, my youngest son just loves to be in the kitchen with me. Okay, so I'm gonna give that a mix and let that cool off for like 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the carrots. Now I'm going to add my carrot. Give that a mix. It already smells great, and it's just carrot, onion, and the cooked elbow macaroni. Okay, so this is still a little warm. I do want it to cool for another 5 minutes or so, and then you can at this point put it in your refrigerator to make it cold. I don't mind eating room temperature macaroni salad because, you know, we want to eat. But if you're doing this for a party or ahead of time, yeah, you can mix it up until this point, cool it, refrigerate it overnight, and then when you're ready to go to your barbecue party or serve it, then you add the mayonnaise and the other ingredients before you serve it. Because if you mix the mayonnaise and let it set overnight, it's not going to have that creamy look to it, because the mayonnaise will just, you know, the elbow macaroni will absorb everything. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. So one ingredient that goes into this macaroni salad is tuna fish. Well, particularly with the L&L Hawaiian Barbecue Mac Salad. And it's not even a whole can. I'm just going to add, I just broke apart a little bit, like a tablespoon of this. You 100% can add the entire can of tuna to your macaroni salad and call it tuna macaroni salad. But I'm really going for that L&L barbecue. And this might be a little too much, but 1 tablespoon of tuna fish, and this was canned in water. Okay, so I'm gonna add my tuna, and I broke it apart. That makes it a lot easier to mix. Now, mayonnaise is the next ingredient that you'll need, and I'm going to use well over a cup. You do not have to do that, but this is going to be a creamy macaroni salad. I am going off of some of the conversation thread or comment thread that was on that Reddit post, and a lot of mayonnaise goes into the salad, but it is up to you, the ratios. I'm gonna start, this is probably like 1 1/4 cups. And if I need more, I will add more. Let's try that. Another ingredient that you might find controversial that really, in my opinion, is not, MSG. A 1/4 teaspoon of MSG is going in. If you just don't want to use it, then, you know, leave it out. Maybe add a little bit of sugar and salt to taste. Here I have a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. Now let's give this a really good mix. Oh, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more. I want a little bit more. I know I want this creamy. And then you're just going to give that a mix. And this is what I'm going to dress the macaroni salad with. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. No, you know what? I'll go with like a 1/2 teaspoon. It is salt to taste, so Okay, that should be good. Some people like to add a little bit of sugar into the mix. You totally can do that. I was just strictly trying to go off of this list of ingredients that was on this Reddit post. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so this has cooled. Now I'm gonna add all of my mayo mixture. Once again, let me reiterate, ratios are indeed up to you and to your taste buds. So if you want things saltier, if you do want to add some sugar into the mix, go for it. I'm just recreating the macaroni salad I remember from L&L, and I think this is spot on. So I'm gonna give this a mix, and I think if I want this creamier, I will add some more mayonnaise. And I suggest you do the same. Oh, so good. And I know you're probably thinking, there are so many things that could go into a macaroni salad. And this might seem very simple and plain, but it's exactly the way I remember it tastes. Just like this, very simple. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.